Panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Just took the lean in the family. Credit cards and the scammers. Hitting the licks in the band. Legacies.
I want to welcome you back to Black Site, and I want to talk to you about Jay-Z blaming single parents for police brutality. Who he's really blaming is single mothers. Jay-Z sounds like Candace Owens, Brandon Tatum, and any Fox News contributor that you can talk about when he said those words. You can't blame single parents for the way the police is acting towards African American males in the community and the way they treat some African American females. Jay-Z should know better, but Jay-Z has risen to a point in society where he thinks he's part of the boule elite. So he comes out and says these words that he knows will basically be accepted by conservative white America. Jay-Z should know the racial wealth gap in the conditions that you live in is why the police attack certain communities and especially African American men. Jay-Z now, they say he's a billionaire. Those words sound like a billionaire, but a white billionaire, a conservative billionaire who would blame single mothers. We are not the only community that have single mothers. I know it's better that every family in the black community had two-parent families, but they don't. A large percent of them is made up of single mothers. A lot of them do the best they can, trying to raise a family, trying to hold down a job, and trying to do the best they can. But when you come out and you blame single mothers for Eric Garner, Mike Brown, Fernando Castillo, what are you basically saying? That they're the reason, not the police, they're the reason. So I want to see all those stands out there who was caping for Jay-Z when he took the deal with the NFL. I want to hear Ebro. I want to hear all his friends in the music. I want to hear what Meek Mill has to say. I want to hear all of them about these comments that he just said, because he's blaming a wide swath of the black community or ADOS community when he said these words. And he's going to be applauded for this. I'm going to tell you, you're going to see this on conservative websites, Breitbart, you're going to see it on Daily Wire, Daily Caller, all these different websites giving Jay-Z a pat on the back for finally backing up what they have been saying for years. But they have never come down hard on police brutality, which was happening when black families were together in America. It was happening in the 20s, 30s, Jim Crow, when we had a higher percentage of married black families than white families. Police brutality was always there. And we know what the police was made for, to control us, the black community. So what the hell is Jay-Z talking about? Is this his Bill Cosby moment? When he said those infamous words, your trash get out every day? This guy is out of control. And nobody in the community is checking him. But it's time that he get checked by the ADOS community. The police are violent with the community because they want to be. They are not violent with the Jewish community. They are not violent with the gay community. But there's one community they pick out. It's the community that has the least amount of wealth. And that's the ADOS community. And they know they can get away with it, which we have seen in so many cases across the country. You never, ever, hardly ever see the police go into any upper class community and violate their rights. It always have to do with money. It always have to do with status. It always has to do with wealth. And he said nothing about this. But he took the single mothers, the single parents, and he blamed them. So he'll make sure that he gets that friendly tap on the back by those in power. Now he will be a little bit more socially acceptable in those conservative circles in which he still want to make more money in. Man, this guy is a piece of work. You seen what he did to Kaepernick. You seen that he just threw the single mothers under the bus. You seen that he threw the people in Brooklyn under the bus. How much more can you take? You got people out there like Michael Eric Dyson jumping up defending him. You got Al Sharpton and the rest of them defending him. But nobody is confronting him on these issues. Now I want to see how many of those ignoramuses come out and blast this fool for blaming single mothers and single parents. It's hard out here. Instead of him giving them a pat on the back. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't his mother a single parent? He would never go out and blame the gay community if police brutality was hitting their community. But he gonna do what everybody else does. Blame the single parents in the black community for all the conditions that happens. So he just gave the police a get out of jail card. And I want to know what Colin Kaepernick thinks about what he just said. And others who have been fighting police brutality. Doesn't matter if you come from a single parent family. You should always be treated with respect and not violated on the streets. This nonsense has to stop. This man has to be checked. He has to be canceled. I want to thank you for listening to Black Site, underground news that you can use. I hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button. Share this video. Make a donation. Hit PayPal or hit Streamlabs.